What's up everyone, my name is Mark Martinez. Welcome to the channel here in a hotel room again. You've read the title, you clicked on the video. I'm in Los Angeles, California. Of course, that's day in Vegas, but this is Camp Flog Gnaw. Second year at the fest. Last year was incredible. Sock Hits You Ghost, it was like a fucking transformative experience. This year, so when the lineup was announced, I wanna say in August, tickets dropped. We saw Solange on there, we saw Twigs on there, all of the Odd Future crowd, 21 Savage on there, people like that were like, dope, cool lineup again. The mystery artist can be anybody, so that's dope. Let's make it happen. So, bought tickets, speculation starts flying around. Uzi was one of my very early guesses. Quite legitimately, at first I was like, nah, there's no way. There's no way it's Frank. I know some people said A$AP Rocky. I was like, I would hope they wouldn't do that as a mystery artist, but maybe because he was in the Sweden jail situation. As time moves on and we get closer to the festival, more speculation starts coming out, whatever. People just playing around with names. I did hear Drake a few times. It just seemed like he'd be incredibly out of place, if I'm being honest. As like the main headliner to be like a secret, I was like, I don't know about Drake, but maybe that's my own personal preferences, like fogging up my view. Then you get, of course, Frank Ocean releasing new music. For the most part, people are thinking right now he's starting a new album cycle. So that kind of builds some draw. Of course, Frank Ocean is a former, I guess, member of Odd Future. It started making sense. Oh, of course, Frank would play Tyler's Festival, what was formerly Odd Future Carnival. Of course, he would come back to it, kind of like a homecoming type thing. He's releasing a new record, he's in a new cycle. It just makes a lot of sense. I know it was all speculation. I want to make that very clear. Tyler, the creator, Golden Voice Productions, whoever else is a part of the festival behind the scenes, never alluded to it being Frank Ocean. With that said, social media is an ever growing presence. People begin to talk on social media and people begin to connect dots and figure things out. It's hard to stop. I'm part of this too. Once it was getting closer to the festival, who else would want to be a mystery for this long? No other artist would want to be held off for this long. Like, artists want the clout. Artists want their fans to be able to come to the festival. And the idea of just completely holding it off and keeping it shush and under wraps seemed like something almost no artist would want. Weeks before the festival, weeks before anyone steps on stage, that starts growing on Reddit, starts growing on Twitter. Another single by Frank Ocean drops. We get to like the week of festival. Everyone's convinced. I'm certain. Everyone I spoke to, I know it's like it was a hopeful thing. There's people wearing Frank Ocean merch, talking about Frank Ocean. There's people listening to Frank Ocean. Saturday goes around. Saturday was a great show. I'm gonna have like a full vlog, ton of video. You guys will get that all in the next week or two. Sunday comes around. Everyone's preparing for Frank Ocean. The best way I can explain it is just the aura around the entire event was Frank Ocean is playing tonight. People were waiting at the front of the main stage the whole day. I talked to a guy that was there from noon at Barricade because he got a spot and he's like, I'm not moving. I know there's other artists that I might want to see, but fuck it, I'm right here. Like, seeing Frank Ocean tonight will be worth it. We get close in the crowd for YG, not because we care about YG, but because about 30-40 minutes after YG is Frank Ocean. Dude, I'm nervous. I am nervous for like this moment. There's a guy behind us that was like, I'm pretty sure it's Drake. I don't want it to be Drake, but I'm pretty sure it's Drake. Then we saw they weren't setting up any instruments. We were a little bit worried about that. They were setting up pyro and we're like, ooh. And we waited and people chanted Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean. It was gonna be Frank. We were convinced. Everyone in that crowd, then and there, was there to see Frank. No one was there to see mystery artist, question mark. It wasn't a thing. That was no thing. Someone walks out on stage. It's Tyler, the creator, of course. Just kind of gives us a quick little spiel about how this is the 8th year. He wanted to make this year very special. And then he asks if it's okay if he brings out a few friends. And this is where I want you guys to start paying very close attention to what was transpiring. Tyler asks if it's okay if he brings out a few friends. So at that point, the crowd's with. The crowd's like, yeah, bring out friends. Let's do it. Boom. A$AP Rocky. right out the gate. Tyler and him just having a ton of fun on stage. It was sick. The crowd was super into it. It was dope. I've been everyone jumping, having a good time. He's like, is it okay if I bring out a few other friends? And everyone's of course like, yeah, let's do it. And this time it's Lil Uzi Vert. Lil Uzi Vert was sick. He played Money Longer first, which was fire. Everyone was super hyped to that song. Then his second song choice honestly wasn't my favorite. He chose Sanguine Paradise. He was like climbing in the crowd. Like he was, I'll show a picture. He was like fucking 20 feet from me. It was crazy. At this point, everyone's still more or less into it. Rocky played 2 songs, got out of there. Everyone was fine. Uzi played 2 songs, got out of there. Everyone was fine. Tyler, is it okay if I bring out a few more friends? Let's do it. Everyone was still very much into it. Drake comes out. Cool. It's Drake. That's kind of big. I honestly can't remember what songs he played, but comes out, everyone's hyped, jumping around, you know, singing, dancing, whatever, doing their thing. Then he's like, I'm gonna play a few more for you. Drake alludes at this point to the fact that he is only going to play a few songs and then he's gonna get out of there, and then the party is gonna keep going. That's not his exact verbiage, but that's essentially what he communicates, that he's there to perform a handful of songs like Uzi, like Rocky, and once he's done, the party is going to keep going. Plays another few songs. He communicates this again. He continues to grow this, to allude to this, that he's here doing a favor for Tyler, that Tyler's putting on this great festival that's fucking awesome. So everyone thinks Tyler's gonna bring out another friend. This doesn't mean it's gonna be Frank, but we're gonna keep it going. Who knows? It could be anyone. Cool. Plays like another song or two, or like, you know how rappers play like half songs or just like snippets or just like a chorus and then go in the next thing. He was doing that. And he keeps alluding to this idea that he's going to leave. Oh, y'all want me to keep going? Cool, we can keep going if you want. But like that someone else is coming after him. And then comes the moment that you see in the video.
Like I said, I'm here for you tonight. If you want to keep going, I will keep going tonight. What's up? Frank! If you want to keep going, I will keep going tonight.
He's gonna stay.
It's been love. I love y'all. I go by the name of Drake. Thank you for having me.
And at that point, the crowd's kind of tired of him. We're like, all right, you played a lot more than the 2 songs that A$AP Rocky and Lil Uzi Vert got. It was fun. Let's see the next friend. I promise you, at least everyone around me, that was 100% the sentiment. It wasn't, we want the show to end. It wasn't, go away, we hate you. The sentiment was, you told us that you were gonna play a couple songs and then we're gonna keep the party going. We already had Lil Uzi, we had A$AP Rocky. They played 2 songs each. You played like 5 or 6 or 7. Now we want to keep the party going. We want the next person. We didn't know there was no one else. No one in the crowd knew that that was it. That was the grand finale. That was never communicated to us. Drake could have communicated that in some way, but he chose not to. How is he gonna ask if we want him to keep going when he's alluding to something better in greener pastures? Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense as a performer. He gets probably some mixed reviews. I'm sure like there was plenty of cheers, but I'm sure there was boos. I'm sure there was like, no, like you're good. So he says, I'm out, like, my name is Drake. And then the screen goes black for a while and everyone's still excited. No one was pissed. No one thought that was it. People stood around for like another 10-15 minutes. That's the biggest proof I need to show you that like it wasn't about Drake. It wasn't the fact that people hate Drake and Drake is washed and this or that. It was just the fact that like this was so poorly communicated to the carnival goers. Fucking blows my mind. People waited for the next artist because everyone alluded to there being someone more. Drake alluded to it. Drake was the secret performer and he alluded to there being someone more. What the fuck are we supposed to do? We waited around for another like 15-20 minutes. Eventually they put up on the screen, thank you for coming for Camp Flog Gnaw, like drive home safe or whatever. And that was it. We even waited around for like another 5 or 10 minutes and then we're like, let's get out of here, I guess. Once I get service, social media popping off. Fuck Camp Flog Gnaw. Fuck that crowd. Fuck all those like Tyler the Creator hipster white kids. Everyone very pissed about the fact that Drake got booed. And to be honest, once I understood that part of it, I kind of feel bad for Drake. I don't really want him to get booed off stage. But what I'm gonna leave this video on is that this was just horrible communication. Fucking horrendous communication from everyone involved No one gets a pass here. Tyler, the Creator, Golden Voice Productions, fucking anyone behind the scenes, fucking Drake. Everyone had the chance to quell the rumor. If they would have announced Drake in August, cool. If they could have announced Drake 2 weeks ago, cool. If they could have announced Drake a week ago, cool. They could have announced Drake on Saturday or Sunday. They could have announced Drake an hour before his performance, and he would have gotten a much better reception than he did. But no, you let the rumors grow. You let everyone sit there in the crowd for an hour. We had to sit through fucking YG expecting Frank Ocean, and you fucking well knew that everyone wanted Frank Ocean. How did they think this was gonna go well? This was 100% a foreseeable disaster, and no one involved decided to step in and say something. They could have told us to Drake at any point before his performance, and it would have been better. People who don't like him, leave. People who want to enjoy his performance now understand that it's only Drake. Drake is the person. Cool. Let's live in the moment. Drake could have maybe not alluded to the fact that there was someone else that we were going to keep the party going after he gets off stage. I guess not. I guess when you're a performer, you just make it seem like there's someone better after you. Literally, he pinned the crowd against him. I don't know what he wants. Fucking horrible communication. Yeah, it's kind of shitty of the crowd to like boo and jeer and stuff like that at a performer, because they're for the fans, but they're also kind of for the artists if the artist sees them at that. I don't know if anyone's really in the right or the wrong, but it's just fucked up. I'm angry at the people who saw this coming and did nothing. So when you watch videos of Drake getting booed off stage, I hope you think of this video and realize that they let it happen. It was foreseeable. Kind of everyone's in the wrong here. When everyone's in the wrong and it was something that could have been prevented, it's hard to not blame the parties that could have prevented it.
Let me show you how to